Let's look at a fun GP problem. We need to find 4 terms forming a GP such that the third term is greater than the first term by 9 and the second term is greater than the fourth by 18. That's all we know. So pause the video, try this on your own. Okay. When I first read this problem, I was a little confused. In general, the terms either increase or decrease. So if the third term is greater than the first, that makes sense. First term and then we have something increasing, second term and then something more increasing third term. So third term greater than first term makes sense. But I was surprised to see that the second term is greater than the fourth term. So nothing jumps to mind. But whenever this happens, we can always use algebra. So let's not guess. Let's let algebra help us out. So we know that these terms are forming a GP. So we can say that the first term is A and the common ratio is R. That makes the second term AR, the third term AR square and the fourth term AR cube. Now that we have these terms written out, we can convert this from English to math. The third term is greater than first by 9, which means AR square minus A is equal to 9. Their difference is 9. The second term is greater than fourth by 18. So AR minus AR cube, that's equal to 18. Let's try finding patterns. Let's see if we can cancel something out, add, subtract, multiply, divide. In this first one, we can take A common. In the second one, we can actually take AR common. Let's do that. A common, R square minus 1 equals to 9. For the next one, AR common, 1 minus R square, that's 18. Okay, do you see anything? We have R square minus 1 here and 1 minus R square here. Let's try making these equations as same as possible. So if we multiply the second one by minus 1, this is what we get. AR times R square minus 1 equals to minus 18. R square minus 1, R square minus 1. A. We are only left with R here and we have numbers here 9 and minus 18. Can you guess the next step? Try dividing these two. So if we divide the third one with the first one, R square minus 1 cancels out and A cancel out. We're only left with R here. And on the right side we have minus 18 by 9, that's minus 2. So R is equal to minus 2. Now we can plug this back to get A. Let's plug it in the easiest equation that we can see. I think I see this one. So A times R square minus A equals to 9. So if R is minus 2, we have A times minus 2 square minus A equals to 9. Minus 2 square is 4. So we have 4A minus A equals to 9. This gives us 3A equals to 9, which gives us A equals to 3. So we have the first term, we have the common ratio, we can get these 4 terms. And I'm very interested to see what these 4 terms are. So let's see, the first term is 3. We can get the next term by multiplying this by minus 2. So 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. And we can get the next term by multiplying this by minus 2. So that's minus 6 times minus 2, that's 12. And 12 times minus 2 is minus 24. So this is what's going on. The terms are neither increasing nor decreasing, they're actually fluctuating. We're going from positive to negative, then negative to positive, then positive to negative. But let's still double check our results. We have the third term greater than the first term. So the third term, that's 12. 12 is greater than the first term, 3 by 9. That is true. And then we have minus 6, which is our second term. That's greater than minus 24 by 18. That's also true. Minus 6 is bigger than minus 24. So the question was not lying to us. It was just not intuitive to guess what these terms are. But whenever intuition fails, we can always rely on algebra.